Okay, welcome to another Miracle Monday where Mom and I have conversations that we have all the time, but on Mondays we record them so that we can share them with others in the hopes that we inspire in some way. So, hi.
And hi to you if you were saying hi to me.
I was saying hi to you. There's no one else to say hi to right now. I mean,
The
hi to
people,
anybody
the
who
other
listens.
people.
Yeah. No, I was saying hi to you. So, good morning. Hi.
Hi.
Um, So I wanted to chat with you about, and I actually like sincerely am excited to hear this as well because we haven't had a chance to talk. We've
Mhm.
both been busy living life, and so we've talked way less in this last week than we normally do. And so you were up in Kelowna last week. You got like I don't know what to call it. I'm going to say a speaking gig. I don't know. You got an opportunity to share your wisdom with a corporation. And so I want to find out from you, like how that came to be. I do know that part, but I think you sharing how it came to be. What was the experience? What was it like doing that again after, you know, I'm going to say several years of not like, how was that?
It was really great. I mean, yeah, it was really good to know that after all, these years, this information is still valid. Like it,
Yeah.
it was just amazing. So, a couple of things. I mean, one, to know that I still know how to do it.
They still got game.
Yeah, and it was so comfortable. Like it was just natural and comfortable. And the feedback was really, really good. And yeah, it is inspiring to know that like I've been doing this for 30 years and
Longer than that, Mom, because you've been saying 30 years for,
well, maybe 31 then. But yeah, 95 I started my company.
I can't do the math right now, but okay.
No, but anyways, um, so yeah, and I don't know what I was saying, but anyways, it's
And
just
you've been doing this for 30 years. You said it's inspiring to
yeah,
know that you've been doing this for 30 years and
and the people still find it valuable,
yeah,
like the person who hired me was really, really well. The way I got hired was, well, if I step back just from what some of the things you said, it's
yeah.
like Um, I don't want to work like I did, like a 10-day straight practitioner or
Although
yet
you
I
do want to do a practitioner,
I do
but
want to do a
yeah,
practitioner
yeah,
for sure. And I have a couple of people that are interested. I was thinking
yeah.
about that this morning. But the that's called a pattern interrupt in NLP terms. Um, so, oh dear. Anyways, I decided that, I mean, I haven't wanted to do what I did, yet I miss being able to share this information. So I just set the intention that some work would come to me and that I really wanted to do some training or, I wasn't that specific in my, but yeah, just I'd like to do some training working with, so I wasn't specific, let's just put
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
So it's
You
more
just
that,
knew you wanted to do, you wanted to work. You wanted to be do what you love to do.
right.
Yeah.
And so just basically asked for, come on, bring me something. And and I ended up getting something in my email from somebody who searched for an NLP trainer, and they ended up finding me. And so they contacted me. We talked on the phone for a short time. Well, actually, it ended up being a fairly long time because he loves this work. He had been introduced to NLP a few years ago and just thought the model was incredible, just loved everything he learned.
Yeah.
And so that's why he wanted to share this with, he has a number of senior executives under him and they have teams and so on. So it was a conference that I was asked to speak at. So yeah, so it was really, really great having that opportunity. But yes, I had asked for something and it was just perfect because it wasn't a big, long event. It was up in Kelowna. How great. Then I get to see you. And it wasn't long. I did an hour and a half one day and an hour and a half the second day, and it was fantastic. So, and again, as I say, the feedback was really, really good. They talked about hiring me for other things. And so, yeah, I'm grateful that I can still share this information. And I am really surprised that this information is just tr the truth from the
Yeah.
perspective of, it's not all dressed up in whatever is the, flavor of the month.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just solid in it, in the model itself, and it's based on neuroscience and all those things. And I never take it for granted. I really, really don't. So yeah, it was pretty exciting. Number one, to know that I could do it, after not doing it for, I probably haven't done it for 3 years, or
Yeah.
training. I mean, I've
Yeah.
worked with private clients, obviously,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it was really great on many levels to know that I could do it, that I still loved it, that people found it valuable, uh,
Yeah.
all those wonderful things. Yeah, it was a really, really great experience on many levels. So I'd like those opportunities again, and minimal. I'm
Yeah.
not wanting to get back and do, you know, well, whatever. It's not even in my
Yeah.
thought process, right?
So I do want to talk about you and how it felt, but I am very curious on if you can share, like, again, so for the listeners who might be
Yeah.
listening who don't really know, because we don't usually talk about work and what we do, like I want to
Yeah.
talk about the you and the experience of fulfilling your purpose and how did that feel and like all that stuff. Um, but I am curious, and I did ask you this when I came to Kelowna, although it was only the end of day one, you hadn't done day two. But I'm always curious because obviously I don't do the same thing as you, but I do the same, like I use the same model to help people. And so like I'm curious what you shared that the people were so like that's unique from everything they're getting out there in the world.
Mhm. I don't know if I can even share that from the perspective of, um, because it might sound the same. So, one
Yeah.
thing that I feel is that there's a lot of information on what to do.
Mm.
This is the how specifically you do it. You think this, you say this, you do this. Like it's a strategy, literally a strategy, a step by step strategy. So, what I did is my usual, like to start with, I just shared about the map as an example. So, you know, your mental perspective, right? Mind power, mindset. And then the A is aligned communication. And then the P is personal responsibility. So everything was around that. And in terms of the mindset, it's really recognizing what we're doing inside our head that gets the result. Because the thing that I've found is that, again, it's really a bit challenging because it goes into almost teaching, but the logical levels. So, really, I talked about purpose, identity, values, beliefs, and how those impact what you do, right? And talked about the fact that most people go right down to, and then below that is the physical stuff. So that was all internal that I shared. And then the physical, which is the doing. And most people jump down to what do I need to do to change my results? They don't think about this in here literally, scientifically drives my behavior. And I think that's the difference is really sharing with people, this is what you're doing here, clinically in a sense, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what you're really doing. Because people talk about self-talk just as an example, a small example, but people don't really realize that what they're telling themselves literally drive their behavior. They just think they're talking to themselves kind of innocently, and they shouldn't say bad things and all the, but they don't realize the impact that
Mhm.
literally it has because that mind body connection is there. And I think that's what is really important too, is, neuroscience now is doing a lot of research around that mind-body connection. So I really just talk about that and really have people recognize it's not innocent what goes on here. This literally determines how you behave. I know I get so I can't believe I can still be so excited about it, but it's transformational. So
Yeah.
on one level, it doesn't sound different, but on another level, it is very different, and people match up the dots in different ways.
Yeah.
That's all
I
I
love
can.
how you uh like your wording and your like passion or whatever is about the behavior. So like what they're doing in here literally drives their behavior. And the thing that what made me kind of smile is I'm passionate about what's going on in here for people. And for me, I'm naturally somehow goes to, and that creates how you feel, like your experience of your life. So it's interesting because it's the same like passion for really helping people recognize that it isn't just like your thoughts and oh, think positive and whatever, but like it
Yeah.
actually has, is creating everything in your
Mhm.
experience of life. And I love because you do love like corporate and training and results and that kind of thing. Um, so you're looking at it through the lens of like behavior and how to change behavior if you want a different result. And I didn't even notice until you were talking how I'm just as passionate about the impact your thoughts have. And I naturally seem to go to how that makes you feel and what your experience of life is. And I do think I'd like to connect it more with behavior as well. So
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, because, and again, we both have the same purpose,
yeah,
right? So even though I'm doing it in a setting that's a corporate environment,
yeah,
it's about, and that's what I said to them. It's like, it's changing who you are and therefore your results. So it is about who you become, who you are. And yeah, and these people were all very successful, totally successful people.
yeah,
And it's about taking that success to another level, but it's not about what do they need to do. If they know this, then the doing becomes much easier
yeah,
and automatic. And
yeah,
that's the part that's a really important part for me sharing is that
yeah,
if you change internally, you don't have to work so hard because you change how you view things. And you can say feel because I'm not kinesthetic, right? And so I don't use that word, but necessarily or often or whatever. But the point is, it changes who you are inside and
yeah.
everything. So this presentation was about building relationships.
That's
So
what I was going to ask you. What did they hire you for?
yeah, they hired me. It was about communication and building. I decided I would call it building relationships, right? So it was all about how this will affect them in building relationships and connecting with people that they wouldn't necessarily connect with naturally. And that it isn't manipulation. That's the other thing. It's not
Yeah,
manipulation because you always have a positive intention of good stuff for you and good stuff for the person in front of you. So you're
yeah,
just skillfully helping them to, feel good or see things in a different way. So
yeah.
yes, so I do love it. So the first day was the internal, and the second day was the communication. So language skills and yeah, things to
So
do
like
with
rep systems and listening and
yes,
rapport and like all of
yes,
that, sensory
very
acuity.
yeah, yeah, definitely the rapport piece and
Yeah,
everything kind of fit into rapport because
yeah,
again, if you don't have rapport, and so that applies to you. It maybe sounds silly, but it doesn't matter whether it's a personal relationship or whether it's you can't influence anyone if you aren't in rapport,
yeah,
you know?
and influence and like again, if I'm thinking through the lens of me,
Yeah,
like connect with. Like to
exactly.
create meaningful connection with people, whether that's in business, whether that's personally. To me, it's whether it's even like the person serving you at a restaurant, like to create connection, to
Yes,
have a beautiful experience of life, learning how to build rapport. And I think people think rapport is like, oh, isn't it a beautiful day out there? Yes, it sure is. And then dive in. And it's
exactly.
like, you know,
I
there's
know.
so much more to it than that.
That is why I love this because,
Yeah.
like I say, it gives you the strategy. It literally gives you, you do this, 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 and this. And if you do that, here's the result.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It is amazing stuff. Like, you know, when I talk to you, because we know like corporate isn't my passion, it's yours. And the personal like relationship side of people's like actual personal life is mine, but it's all the same skills. It's just like where we tend, you know, you're very logical and love results and love the corporate and success and like all of that. Anyways, it's very interesting, but it makes me, whenever we talk about it, then it makes me feel like I, you know, anyways, yeah.
You
Like could enjoy doing corporate. I created,
well, you did enjoy doing corporate with
I
me.
know. And I was gonna say, like, I don't even, I actually have a landing page for like a doing coaching in corporations that I've created in the last month or whatever. And I forgot all about the fact that I want to, you know, build that too. But again, for me, it was different. It wasn't like rapport. It wasn't the skills in that way. I wanted to help people in corporations, like within companies, you know, if they're coming in with their own personal stuff, learning skills to be able to show up at work as the best version of themselves, like, you know, in spite of the things that they might be facing personally, which to me helps the company and helps the person feel better.
Hmm.
Anyways, it's all very, there's so many, as we know, like with NLP, it's like Brad's working with athletes, elite athletes, and helping them with their performance. And you love, you know, corporations and helping them get results with their teams, with their employees, sales, that kind of thing. I love the personal side and helping people live a happy, you know, feeling at peace and enjoying their life, you know, because this is, I mean, to me, nothing else matters more.
But
Anyway,
all three of us have the same intention.
that's right.
So we just do it. I mean, afterwards, one of the executives was talking to me for quite a long time and saying how much she enjoyed, what she learned, and, maybe I could do more work for them and blah, blah.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm there bragging about, and my daughter works with women and my son works with athletes, and we all do the same thing. And,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is pretty great. We have the exact same intention
Yeah.
to help people feel good about themselves and enjoy
Yeah.
their life.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter,
Yeah.
what the context is. That's really what we all want to do.
Well,
And
it's developing the person, and wherever you go, there
yes,
you are, whether you're
that's
doing
right.
your sport, your work, or,
Yeah,
you know, or your life, it's all part of
yes,
your life, and we can't escape ourselves, right?
exactly. So
So,
that's why segregating it doesn't really
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
It's like, this is
Except in
about you.
business, they tell you you need to pick your niche or whatever, you know.
Yes,
But
yes,
my niche
exactly.
is people. Really,
Yes,
if I
yes,
could not listen to marketing or anything, my niche would be people.
yeah. Yeah. And people that want to feel good.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's another important thing. I think that's why I've been really fortunate is with everybody that I've worked with, is
Yeah.
that they're people that want to be better. Now, whether
Yeah.
they want to be better in their business or they want to be better within their life or, it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
it has to be with people that have the desire to be different, that they know somewhere inside of them that it's possible. They don't know how.
Yeah.
But that's where successful people, where I feel I've been fortunate, because if they're already successful, they have that inner drive. They
Yeah.
might be stuck or in a position that they don't like at all, but it doesn't matter because somewhere inside of them, they know. They just don't
Yeah.
know how to get there. And
Yeah.
so for me, it's very important to work with people. And that's what I've always done. And that's why the results have always been there and why I love
Yeah.
it so much.
Yeah.
I'm not there, for lack of a better way to describe this, I'm not there to save people.
Yeah.
I'm really there to support the people that know in their heart and soul this can be different. I do not know how the heck to get there, but they know it and they're
Yeah.
willing to do whatever they need to do, which is basically very little with this model. And that's what I said to them too. A lot of the things I'm going to share with you and the processes, they're so simple that many people will never do them because they're too easy.
Yeah.
They're really simple. And if you're willing to do something that's easy, well, then great, this is going to work for you. But if you think you have to push through things and it has to be hard and you have to have a strategy and you have to have this goal and that goal, then I'm so not your person.
Yeah. So I didn't pay attention to when we started, so I have no idea how long we've been on. But can you share with me again out of curiosity? I mean, okay, so here's Miracle Monday. This is what I'd be asking mom, and I don't know if anybody else is going to find it valuable, but I will. What processes did you do?
Oh my goodness, what processes? Gosh, I'd have to look back because I'm so in the moment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, Uh, well, one of the things I did was the little Charlie Brown thing.
I was just that popped into my head. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I did the little Charlie Brown thing. And oh gosh, what specifically? I'm sorry. I'm so in the moment when
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I would have to
No, I was
actually
just
look.
curious because again, when I'm thinking of like learning from you and again,
Mhm.
we don't get to work together anymore in the same way like we do with our VIP clients, but meaning when I used to be with you every day, like when I worked with you
Yeah.
full time and I just got to learn from you through osmosis, or I was helping you prepare presentations or going and assisting and all that stuff. I got to be with you all the time. And so it's fun to think of like what you're doing at the front of the room for me to
Yeah.
remember the tools and the processes and the things that I can share with women and with, clients and things. So,
So one thing that comes to mind, I don't know if this applies to you at all,
yeah,
honestly. I think another really important piece is that I see them as whole and capable.
yeah,
I never see people as broken or poor you. I care about people, but I don't go to that place of, oh,
yeah,
you poor person having experienced that. It's
yeah.
like if I were to go there, I
Then you,
can't help them.
yeah, yeah,
So I care, but I have to be here and I have to see them
yeah,
that way. And the
yeah,
minute we connect, and we've been taught that empathy is important,
yeah,
but we have to be really careful that we're not being codependent.
yeah.
The minute I connect to how you feel, I've just lost my ability to support you in changing.
Now both of us are a puddle on the floor.
That's right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. I was just talking to actually the woman who cleans our house. Every time she comes, we sit and we have a conversation and she tells me her problems and I share whatever. So she loves coming here to clean my house so that we chat. But, she was talking about this person, a relative that lives somewhere that's going through stuff. And I'm major, like I'm not, like a life that you and I wouldn't relate to. And but it's so hard on her and she helps everybody. So we had a really good conversation about this, the codependency. And as soon as she heard the codependency, she was aware of codependency because years ago she had read a book about it and it completely changed. Like she was willing to not get involved anymore with this woman, to see this woman as fully capable. She has the resources, she can do. So it's not being unkind,
Yeah,
but it's knowing that people, they can do what they need to do,
yeah,
right? But she helps everybody and her health isn't all that great because of it. Well,
yeah,
who is that serving,
yeah,
right? So it's those little things, her willingness to not have another conversation with this woman.
yeah,
She helped her and now let go,
yeah,
you know? So I don't know. I think those are all things that we have to be aware of. How do we view people? Do we really know in our heart and soul that they have everything they need? We're just, reminding them or giving them little tools or tips or, you
Yeah, I
know.
mean, it makes me think of even when I used to help people quit smoking,
Mhm.
how I had a really high success rate. But I think I had a really high success rate because I was very clear in my intakes or phone calls that I am not a magician, that this is not me, this is you making the choice to do it. I just
Yes.
guide you, but you have to be the one to make the choice. So a lot of
Yeah.
people be like, okay, well, I'm looking for the magic wand. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. But the people
Yes.
who did come were willing to take responsibility for it. And it's the same with anything that we do, right? It's like we
Yeah.
can share what we share, but at the end of the day, the client is the one letting go, releasing, shifting how they think, like whatever it might be.
And I just thought of one other thing too, and I don't know how this fits with, your outcomes but I think we have to be careful about how much we talk about our problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that I'm really, I have to know briefly what the problem is, but the problem isn't the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is how they're viewing whatever's going on in their life. And
Yeah.
the more we talk about it, then, we just embrace it even more. And so I think that's another really big thing. It's like, this is not ever about your problem. Your problem just is that trigger to let you know something needs to shift.
Yeah.
But the minute you start talking about that and the whys and all of that, you
Yeah.
just, so I think those are all
Step.
things that are different as well.
Yeah.
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 And now I'm curious to see what little things I would have shared with. I remember specifically making that statement to the room that, yeah, yeah. And I did, the other thing I shared was perceptual positions.
Hmm.
And I did have them do an exercise with perceptual positions.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I share that a lot too. I think it's really powerful.
yeah. But what I noticed is it wasn't easy and this environment was,
Yeah.
different. It wasn't easy for them to like close their eyes and really step into the other person.
Yeah.
They thought from where they were about how that other person was thinking or feeling, and that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's like really making sure that the people do it in the way that gets them the result.
Yeah. And I mean, listeners aren't going to know anything that we're talking about. I think it's just, I mean, it's fun to share, you know, what you love and what you're passionate about and what you share. And like 30 years later, you get excited
Yeah,
and how you manifested this experience by just putting it out to the universe and voila, somebody, ends up on your website and so it's a beautiful
totally.
reminder. I'm going to say for me and hopefully for everybody who listens, like just ask for it. Like, come on, bring it. Like, I'm open, I'm ready.
And really wanting it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? And you just, I mean, this woman, one of the executives was talking to me about doing something, and she said something about getting in touch with me. She said, I'll just look on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And it's like, I said, well, I don't do any marketing. So, I mean, I'm on there, but I don't even know
Yeah.
the last time, probably 10 years or something.
Yeah.
But I said, I'm only working with people that are referrals or,
Yeah.
former clients or whatever. And she's like, good,
Yeah. I
you
like
know?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you just have to be really aligned.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love
Yeah.
what you're doing, and you're really helping these women. And, they're so fortunate, so fortunate. And I can't wait till we do another, I'm sorry, but a VIP client. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
She's
ready.
out
Okay.
there.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay. I am ready too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that'll be really nice. So we'll put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm so happy for you that you had this experience, and
Thank you.
it is like inspiring, and and it's so on one hand, as like a building my own business, it's inspiring. You're inspiring me with all that you just shared, and then also as your daughter, I love that you had this experience. So, yay!
Thank you. Yeah, I was very, very grateful for it. Like,
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
I'm so grateful that I
yeah,
can do that and still help people and that this is still valid. Like, you
Yeah.
know?
You have
Yeah,
so much to share with this world.
thank
You
you.
really do. Yeah.
Well, good. We'll see how many opportunities I get. So
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want a
Well,
lot.
yeah.
I have to be
Well, it's okay.
careful.
You could pass them off to me. No,
There you go.
I actually
Yeah,
don't have a lot of capacity either right
yeah,
now. But anyways, okay. I love
yeah.
you.
I love you
Thank
too.
you. Hopefully this, I mean, I don't know what this may have gifted somebody who's listening, but I hope it gifted something. Hope.
Maybe just possibilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is possible.
Yeah.
You know, it's you. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Okay. I love you.
Okay. I love you too. See
Okay.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.